What's going on, guys? It is your boy Thesis. Now, real quick, I have found some super interesting stuff. Something that I've never seen before. However, I've thought of before. I've talked to people about it in the past, and I just found it really interesting. I want to kind of touch base with everybody. I want you guys to hit me up in the comment sections and let me know what you think about this. Now, I came across Vice news story about the Crossbar. It's called Smoke Crossbar. Now, it's a disposable e-cig being implemented in prisons and in jails. I think it was developed by a dude named Jamie Mosley, something along those lines. He's a NASCAR driver. He's an elected jailer in the early 2000s in Kentucky and still works as a jailer in Kentucky. And he is also an entrepreneur. And he's bringing in a shit ton of revenue, something like $3.5 million this year. Just in the revenue from these e-cigs in prisons. What does that do to the rest of the vape industry? And as far as I can tell, this dude, Jamie Mosley, is not a part of the vape industry at all whatsoever, which does it put a black eye on the industry? Does it hurt the industry? What do you guys think? And I'm looking at this from a kind of a weird perspective. I know that tobacco products of any kind were banned in the early 2000s, and it's super interesting how prison tends to be a microcosm of the rest of the world. And when you ban any given product, whether it be drugs, whether it be alcohol, whether it be tobacco products, whether it be vaping, doesn't matter, you're gonna get people smuggling that shit in. And that's what ended up by happening in prisons and in jails. People will smuggle in cigarettes along with other drugs. And I think what he's doing is, and this is just my opinion, from the outside looking in, it's not a bad thing. I hate the fact that he's using the word smoke. It's not smoking. Smoking is a particulate base. It's combustible, where vapor is exactly that. It's steam, it's vapor. It's two completely different things. You're gonna see FDA number 301-2702831, as well as on the main flash right there, FDA. The fact that this is being implemented in 33, I think it's 33 jails and prisons across the United States, is pretty fucking crazy. Inc. 5000, America's fastest growing private companies. That's insane. $3.5 million in profit this year. They're getting them wholesale for $2 a piece, reselling them in jail for $10 and $15. 18 milligram in strength, product liability insurance, warning label, all this kind of good stuff. I don't like the way that Vice News necessarily framed it, though they seem to be pretty kind of even-keeled about it, but the interviewer, I don't know who he was, really kind of fucking just rubbed me the wrong way. Now, I want to know you guys' opinion specifically on people vaping in jail and in prison. One popular opinion is going to be, well, your freedom's taken away, you shouldn't be able to do that. On the second side, if you're going into jail, if someone's strung out on heroin, meth, whatever it may be, going through withdrawals, it's one less thing that someone who's coming down from a disease, from drugs, has to deal with. In my opinion, is great. But there's also an argument against that this puts a black eye on the vape industry. Now, I want to touch on this one more time. You look at prison, it's a microcosm of the rest of the world. You put a ban on something and then it's going to turn into contraband. And that's exactly what happens in prisons with cigarettes. This dude saw a market to be had because there's no regulations against e-cigs in prisons on a federal scale or even on a state scale, as far as I know. And he was able to fill that niche. And when something is banned, like alcohol or weed or what have you, it's going to be used anyway. And that's kind of what we're fighting for in terms of vapors, in general, to make sure that vaping does not become banned, does not become a black market product. End of sentence. And I know this question is going to come up because this is the same question I had. Is this e-cig, the Crossbar, is it going to be used as a shank? Can you file it down? And the answer is actually no, which surprised the hell out of me. It's like bendable. It's full-blown bendable, and the voltage that it's running at is extremely low as far as I understand. Whether that's 3.4 volts, 3.7, I'm not sure what the voltage is specifically, but I do know it's low enough voltage where it can't be combustible, or it's pretty difficult to do so. All right, my Ninja Kitties, now with that being said, hit me up in the comment section. I want to know your thoughts, and I want to know your feelings on this specific product. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, all that kind of good stuff. If you're seeing this on Instagram, make sure to like the shit, comment below. Hawkeye, smell the truckers. Now with that being said, I want to tell you that I appreciate y'all for vaping with Thesis. It is your boy Thesis. I'm out.